everybody, welcome to part 2 for the file folder fodder project that I am working on with Dede. And yesterday I did all of this, actually the past couple days, where I covered both sides of my file folder. And I have my other big light off because there's such a glare with all these shiny magazine pages, so I thought you might be able to see a little bit better if I had the light off. So that's why it's kind of dark in here. But I finished up putting down all of the big images in the previous video, and today I am going to be putting down just a bunch of flowers. I need to cover up this area here, and just to kind of help tie all of this in together, I wanted to add some flowers. And you know, if you've been watching any of my collage work, how much I love putting roses on my collage work. So I just kind of had a lot of flowers that some of them were cut out, some of them weren't, some of them already were cut out, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I've got some that were on the edge of the paper, so they already have a flat edge, so I'll be tucking them around in places. Whenever I cut images from my big huge rose book, let me grab it really super quick. When I cut anything out of my rose book, and I got this one at Half Price Books, but you can also get it on Amazon. It's called The Ultimate Rose, and it's from the American Rose Society. And I love everything in here so much that I try to save as much of it as possible. So if I cut a flower off of one page, like here I cut this one out, if there's a partial on the other page, I still use it even though it's not a complete flower. Like here I only had just this bit left, but I still kept it and I cut it out because they work great for tucking into places and tucking behind larger pieces. So that's what a lot of these are. I save all of those, and so I just kind of went through my stash and pulled out a bunch of flowers. So I have them all cut out and ready to go. I also grabbed some washi tape. I think I'm going to put washi tape here on these folds where you can see, you know, there's a gap where the two different magazine images, calendar pages are together. So I think I might put some thin washi tape there, and I wasn't really quite sure what to do here. Since there's so much going on and so much color, I'm going to probably use this washi tape, and it has kind of a script print on it. I think this is, gosh, I don't know, this might be an old Tim Holtz washi tape. And then I found this scrapbook paper I've had in my stash forever, and it is Scrabble tiles. So I went ahead and cut out the word nature, and I'm going to put that on the front. And then I'm going to just use some letter stickers. I've got this pack of letter stickers. I'm going to use these to put the words on the inside pockets. So I'm going to go ahead and get with it. We'll speed this up. I hope that you had time to watch the video that I shared in my previous video for this project, and I'll share it again down below in the comments. It is a link to Dede's YouTube page where she shares with you all about the file folder fodder project. And be sure to subscribe to her YouTube. Be sure to check her out on Ustream. It is a blast. You'll love it. She is awesome. I just don't even know what to say. I love Dede so much. So, in so many different ways and so many different reasons why. So, gosh, I'm almost getting kind of choked up about it. So, if you know Dede, you know what I mean. So, I hope you enjoy this, and thanks so much for watching, and we'll be doing this for the next 12 weeks. So, there's my oven. I've got to go put dinner in the oven, and I'm going to work on this, and I will see you later. Thanks.
Okay, so I decided to work on the front of my file folder first, and I'm just placing some deli paper back in between the folds to protect the edges from getting some glue on it. And I had already cut all these flowers out the other day, So just putting a little bit of glue on there on both sides, a little bit on the file folder, and then on the back of each of the flowers. And I'm just kind of moving that big pink one around to make sure that I cover all of the white area of the file folder. And these flowers, the big rose is from my rose book. The daisies, the white daisy and this orange one, are both from a Kohl's ad, believe it or not. And then the little grouping of the orange flowers is from a small calendar page. And now I am just getting the letters ready that were cut from that big piece of scrapbook paper, so they're Scrabble letters. And whenever I'm putting letters down or any small pieces, I really like to use my long pair of tweezers. I just glue the back of the paper that I'm wanting to glue down, and if it's really small it stays stuck to the end of my glue stick, and then I can just grab it off of there with my tweezers, and it helps keep my fingers clean, and it's just easier to manage. I'm cutting off this edge of the flower, and I will definitely be saving that because I might be able to use it someplace else. And then for this inside flap, I decided to cover up that with washi tape. But first I'm going to put some on these folds because you could see the file folder from in between both the images. And whenever I use washi tape, I always use glue. I use a glue stick on it because I don't know how well it's going to stay stuck. Sometimes it seems like washi tape just peels off too easy, and I want to make sure that it stays on there. So I am actually putting glue on the back of the washi tape and then also a little bit on what I'm gluing it onto. And now just protecting all the areas with some deli paper. Put a nice layer of glue on there, and then gluing the back of the washi tape because I don't want that washi tape to come up. And this washi tape wasn't wide enough to color the whole area, so I'm putting 2 pieces on, and it's so thin and it's pretty, and it looks fine layered on top of each other. And I decided just to go ahead and put a little bit of tape on the ends just to keep the edge folded down. And I did put glue on the back of both of those pieces of washi tape as well. Just using a credit card to just burnish down the edges of the tape and to help them where they're folding. And now I'm just using some letter stickers to put the words down on each of the pockets. And I'm also using a glue stick with that also, just to make sure that they stay stuck down well. And I'm using the cotton baby washcloth. It's cotton, it's fabric. It is not like a baby wipe. It is an actual washcloth. And it's just a little damp on the end, and I'm rubbing it over the letters because some of them do have a bit of the glue stick around the edges and on top of them just from me having to stick them down. So I'm just using that really barely wet edge of the washcloth to wipe away any of the extra glue. So now to work on the back side. And both of these flowers are from my Big Rose book. They're just leftover pieces. This one was actually torn, so I kind of glued it together real quick. But it just shows you how you can use pieces of images. I don't have the full flower. It was cut off from using the other side of the paper, but I'm now able to use this piece that I had saved. And I'm putting washi tape on the edge here just to cover up that edge as well, where the two pieces of the images meet. It just looks nicer. And I'm going to leave that open to let that glue dry, just to make sure it's glued and dried really well before I fold it. And now I'm just grouping together cut out flowers from lots of different places, some from magazine pages, the daisies from the Kohl's ad. I just thought that would look nice there to kind of cover where all of those images came together, since there were lots of corners and straight edges. And now I just need to cover up that little bit right there, so I decided to put a piece of washi tape. Now this is my black Stabilo all pencil and just a water brush filled with water, and I'm going to go around the edges of all of the letters and also around the flowers. And then I just gently go around the edges with the water brush. And I like doing this with all of my collage because I just like the way it looks. I like the little bit of shadow that it casts on to the paper behind the image. To me, it just kind of finishes it all off. And I'm not being super careful about going around the edges because these images are all very glossy, and whenever I use the water brush on them, it's going to be very easy to push the water around. And now I'm just getting a paint pen. I picked this up at Target. It was on clearance for 99 cents. And it's brand new, so I need to get the paint down into the nib there. And it's pretty thick, so I'm just gently putting some dots in the center of all of my flowers. And real quick, I'm going to go ahead and go around all of these letters. It just makes the letters stand out, and after I'll show you while I'm working on them just the difference that it looks between not putting the Stabilo around it and when you do. It just makes that nice little finishing touch. And that is all for my first file folder, and I hope that you enjoyed both these videos. Be sure to check out Dede's stream and her YouTube channel, and I will be seeing you next week with prompt number 2. Thanks so much, everybody. Bye-bye.